Hi there, and welcome to Darlene's Creative Studio. I have just finished 5 more of my Denim series with the Reader's Digest journals. I just wanted to do a quick flip through before I post them on my Etsy shop. I'm going to start with this blue one. So these are vintage Reader's Digest covers, and I've just used a piece of denim on the spine. The journals are about 7.5 by 5.5, and they have a 1.5 inch spine. I've added some ribbon on the edge of the denim. I've got some little cotton fabric as the little headers there. I've used a tea stain 100% cotton fabric for the tie. It does have some little tabs here that I've punched out of cardstock. And this has 5 signatures in each journal. They are a variety of papers from tea stain to vintage ledger, sketchbooking, craft paper. There's quite a variety of papers in there, and there's approximately 200 pages in each journal. And on the front of all 5 journals is a book plate with the word journal inside the book plate. And we're just going to open up the journal and pull this out. Now, I have not embellished with lots of tuck spots and tags and everything. I've kept these pretty simple, but what I'm going to include are a couple of stickers and little travel tickets and some index cards and that type of thing. I'm going to include that with them so you can embellish the journals as much as you would like. On the front of each of them, I have put a piece of patterned craft paper. This is Tim Holtz papers, and I've added a pocket to the front and then in the back of each of the journals, so you have a spot to tuck something. And each signature is covered with tea stain pattern paper, and then again there's just a variety of papers throughout the journals. I've used stenciling on each of the pages, and I've added some stamps throughout, vintage stamps throughout the whole thing. And each one might have a little bit different stenciling. This is, I believe, more floral. When there was flowers on the cover of the journals, I added more floral stenciling. And if it was just lines or a pattern, then I added something a little simpler. So this one has more of a botanical, florally stenciling to it. So this is some vintage ledger paper. And then some tea stain paper, and again I've just used a variety of different stamps to kind of embellish the pages. I've used some lined pages that I've had, some craft paper, some nice thick craft paper. This is more of an antique vintage paper. This is from a very old 1904, 1908 ledger book. And this is just the scraps that I cut off because it was a very large ledger book. And then some more lined paper, some more tea stained. And again, I've just used a variety of different stenciling throughout. This is more of that ledger paper. And that is the center of the signature. And then there's some tea stained paper. Lined, more of that ledger, antique paper, craft. And I've used some floral, I love these stamps. These are my favorite stamps, so I've added those as well. And then instead of embellishing the outsides of the pattern paper, I thought I would leave that for you to do. I'm going to maybe stick in a couple of little envelopes and that kind of thing, so that if you want to add those onto the outsides of these, you can. But I'm just going to flip through the rest of it really quickly. This is sketchbook paper. There's some graph paper. And it has pretty much the same papers throughout. There might be a little bit different stamps in them, but I've tried to keep them fairly similar. But this is for journaling. I like to create journals with lots of writing space. You can embellish the pages, you can add your own pictures, whatever you'd like to do. But I like to make journals that people can embellish themselves. And again, there's at least 200 pages in each of these journals. this one I used some floral pictures and some of my mushroom stamps. Tried to keep it kind of a botanical theme. This is some eco printing that I purchased from, I'm trying to remember who I purchased it from. I will put it under the video of where I purchased the eco paper from. It's just a digital image that I printed on the paper. And again, more of that vintage. And again, another one of my floral stamps there. So lots of writing space, lots of room to embellish, to add tuck spots, flip outs, whatever you like to do, whether you just want to write in these journals. A lot of my customers purchase these journals for writing in. I just sold 3 over the weekend for someone. Her daughter was going into rehab and she wanted her to have something to journal in. So, I mean, they're great for writing in, and I use a lot of journals for writing in. So, almost at the back here, and then again it has your pocket. So they're all 5 of them are very similar. I tried to do them in sets and series and similar, and it just has little eyelets here, and you just poke the fabric through the eyelet. Oops. Pull it up, and it's already latched across the back one there, and you just tie a lovely bow, nice big bow. Make it nice and floppy. And that's the first one. And the second one, it's green with some tulips on it, and it has the green tabs. And again, it has the fabric tie closure. And this one, again, the Tim Holtz paper. And then, again, very similar. This one might have a little bit more vintage images like cameras and that type of thing. But again, it's the more florally botanical. There's another one of my photograph images, some little travel stamps. I really like some of the vintage stamps that I have, so I was trying to use those a lot. But again, it's very similar papers. This is a photograph set that I think I got from Your Creative Studio, the monthly mailing package that I get. I believe that was part of one of their monthly mail outs. So in this one I'll include some little travel ephemera and that type of thing. Some vintage stuff for you. I really enjoy putting these ones together. I like using the Reader's Digest covers, and the denim really worked well for the spine. Here's some more of that eco print paper. So very similar type papers throughout. Lots and lots and lots of writing space. But they all have the same similar papers. A lot of this vintage ledger paper that I have. And again with the pocket and the thing on the back there. And this, I call this the green clubs because it looks like the clubs on a deck of cards. And again, the lace on the front there. And it does have some green tabs, more of the Tim Holtz paper, and then the pocket as well. And again, very similar papers throughout. This one I've used more of the coffee stained and then some different type of stenciling with some bubbles and some wood grain. And more of the coffee stain, I call it. So again, the same type of papers, same type of stamps. Lots and lots of writing space. And I believe there is 40 pages per signature, so it's over 200, well, approximately 200 pages in this journal. And then each of them, I think each of them has a piece of that eco printing. I'm not sure if I put it in every single journal. And then the pocket in the back. And then these two, I've used a thicker trim on the edges of the fronts of the denim there. So just tried a little bit different trim on them. And again, it's the Tim Holtz paper inside with the pocket, and very, very similar. Now this one, I think I used a lot of these postage stamps. I also purchased a whole sheet of these stamps, and I really, really like how they stamp. They stamp nice and clean. See if I can find one more as I'm flipping through. Here's another one there. They just come up nice, make a nice clean impression. There's another one there. So again, lots of writing space. This one I've used the coffee staining and that grid type with some dots, and the wood grain is odd. Yes, this one has some of the eco paper in there as well, the print. So very similar pages throughout, but lots of writing space. There's some of those postage stamps again. I like the little hand pointing at the number. I think that worked out well. And I had these stamps as well that had some Old English. The telephone booth and the Ferris wheel and the bicycle. There's none of those stamps. The xylophone. And then the Tim Holtz paper in the back as well. And then the last one, I've called this one Taupe Pinstripes. It's kind of a greeny taupey color. I just think it's a little more taupe than green. And it's got this lovely trim on the front. And then I've added some brown tabs and the Tim Holtz paper with the pocket. And again, this one has the postage stamp and the wood grain and probably the coffee stain. I've used some shipping stamps, the coffee stain, more of those postage stamps, and some of the travel stickers. Postage stamps, I just love how nice and cleanly they've printed. This one has the eco print. So I tried to put at least 1 or 2 pages in each one with the eco printing on it, stenciling on it there. And again, the pocket in the back. So those are the 5 new, I call them my Reader's Digest Denim series, and they are now on my Etsy shop. If you'd like to see them, please go ahead. Like I say, I do them in chunks of series of 5 or 4 or 5s. So I have those as well. And I did put my Haida boxes. I did a video for those, my Haida boxes, which is a Reader's Digest cover, but when you open it up, it has a little box inside, and it holds a pen and some paper, and you can just leave that on your desktop. And I will be working on a couple of little Edith Holden note card type journals as well. I will have those probably later next week in my shop. But I'm just starting to get back into my journals. I'm just clearing up all these. I do have some more Reader's Digests, and not with the denim spines, but with some black spines that I want to get finished up, and I will get those on my Etsy shop as well. But that's it. That's my quick flip through for today. I've been doing a lot of the fabric boxes and making my little shelves from Genevieve Designs. I'll just do a quick grab of my little shelf here. I made this little shelf from Genevieve Designs, and it has these little pulls on it, and it holds all my little knickknacks. So I've made one of these. This has Tim Holtz paper on it. And I'm going to go ahead and make another one to hold some of my little drawer handles and that type of thing. So I've been working on those on the side. But that's it for now. I hope you're enjoying the really hot weather here we're having in Canada. Been able to get outside and go for walks and just really enjoying the weather. Hopefully we'll get some rain in the next few days. Our grass will turn from brown to green. But hope everyone's well. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.